Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another video. And it didn't take me this long this time. So, yeah, welcome back. Uh, this story is gonna be about the most shrooms I have ever took thus far. I might make a new video whenever I do more, if I ever do more. But yeah, let's get into it. So this story happened probably about almost 2 years ago. Like I did this when I was a lot younger, and people don't ever believe me whenever I tell it to them, like at a sesh or some shit. So I'm gonna tell it right here, and you can believe me or not. But yeah, so this happened like almost 2 years ago. I was hanging out with some friends, and I was like, "Yo, like we've had a very bad day because we just had to go through some shit. Like we were having a very, very, very bad day. We were like." I was like, yo, what can we do to like have a good day? Like, we only live once. Let's not ruin this day. Like, what can we do? And he's like, we can get some bud. I'm like, yeah, we got some coming, but like, we need some more. Like, something we're gonna remember. You know, like make sure we have a good day, or at least or have a special experience. And he's like, how about we get some shrooms? And I'm like, that's a great idea. So I start hitting up every single one of my plugs. I'm like, yo, got some shrooms, got some shrooms, got some shrooms. Like I hit up everybody I know, and no one answers except this one person who I really didn't want to talk to. But it's alright. He answered. He had shrooms, so it's chill. And he says he'll come around in like 30, 35 minutes. So me and him are hyped. We're like, I bet. Like we finna get some shrooms. We finna get high as fuck. Like we're gonna have some fun. And I put on some music, and we just start bumping. We just start bumping for like, we didn't say a word for like from 45 to an hour because this dude took so fucking long. But whenever he eventually gets here, I pay him, and we bought 10 grams of shrooms. That's a pretty good amount of shrooms for just two people. And I'm like, yo, dude, like, how are we gonna split this? And he's like, no, don't worry about that. Take as much as you possibly can. I'm like, fuck it, why not? And we had a little scale, and we weighed out each little portion that we took. So like at first I took like zero point 0.8, then I took another like gram, and then I took another zero point 0.8, all the way up to 4.3. And I just had to stop. I'm like, this is too much. Like the taste is starting to get to me. Like I had to stop, and I didn't want to get so fucked up that like I had a bad trip off shrooms. So we start just listening to music. We start just chilling. We're just talking. I start making some food. Like we're having a good time, and eventually they start kicking in. And because I took so much, it kicked in like usual, but it kicked so hard. I remember just everything. It's just like the flip of a switch. Everything starts breathing, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go. And usually, like on like a regular shroom trip, like you'll get to one point and you'll just stop for like most of the trip. But it just kept getting more intense, and I'm like, oh shit. And I was low-key starting to freak the fuck out because like I've done acid before, but like this is not what I was expecting from shrooms because it's different. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like if you just know, you know. Like an intense shroom trip is a lot different than just a regular acid trip, which people don't understand. And I was just like, oh shit, like I'm not okay. And my friend was like, yo, you good? Like we need to take you somewhere. Like you need to come along. And like he said that because his mom's chill. And I'm like, no, I think I should be. I think I should be good. And then we started playing Black Ops Zombies because like I'm trying to calm down, you know. And it just would not stop. I kept on and kept on. The visuals kept getting more intense. And I'm like, bro, I gotta do something. I gotta do something. So I'm like, I'm just gonna try to take a nap. So I'm trying to take a nap, and I just cannot sleep. I just cannot sleep. For some goddamn reason, I just cannot sleep. And I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fucking die or some shit. He's like, no, you're good, bro. You're good, bro. And I'm like, dude, I'm so fucked up. And he's like, yeah, I can tell. And I'm like, dude, am I gonna be okay? He's like, yeah, you'll be alright. I'm like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, alright. And I put on, he hands me TV remote because he has to go, because he goes in the other room to call his girl or some shit. I put on fucking Rick and Morty. I remember this very vividly. This moment, I put on Rick and Morty, and I'm no kidding. I just zone out for the rest of my trip. Like, I just completely zone out. Like, the entire trip, it was the entire rest of the trip involved in me watching Rick and Morty, and that is literally it. I did not get it from the couch. I did not talk. I literally just watched Rick and Morty for the next 34 hours. And that's how insanely intense these visuals were, and how insanely fucked up I was off these shrooms. Like, it was, it was crazy. And I've never had a fucking shroom trip like this before. And because I've never took even close to this amount. But, yeah. Moral of the story, I guess, I would not recommend taking that much shrooms. Even anything over like 2.5 or 3 is way too much, let alone 4.3. But yeah, so it's me in the story. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, I'll see y'all in the next one. Make sure to follow TikTok, and yeah.